Good evening, everyone. Under the lights at St Andrews for the first time this season. It's truly a special place to be on a Wednesday night, with the men's team dominating the headlines at the moment, with a certain Mr. Wayne Rooney taking the reins of a City on the rise in the men's team. Darren Carter's women's side have made a steady start to their season. One win in our first 6, but unbeaten in our last 2 to find our feet in the Women's Championship in our search for a return to the Women's Super League. We earned a good point against an unbeaten Sunderland side on Wednesday, and on Sunday even. Tonight, Blues put their league form on ice for the first group game of the Conti Cup. 3 times runners-up in this tournament, Blues are looking to go the distance for the first time in 8 years after they were bested by Manchester City at Wembley in 2016, the last time they came close to clutching the trophy. Tonight, Brighton travel here with a win and a defeat from their opening 2 Super League games of the season, and are hoping to kick on from their close shave with relegation last campaign, finishing second from bottom and avoiding the drop by just 6 points. Head coach Melissa Phillips arrived just in the nick of time in April, saving the Seagulls Super League status, and this season is aiming for a top 6 finish, hoping to surpass the record set by Hope Powell during her time on the South Coast. Shiv Wilson is alongside me tonight. First of all, Shiv, how was your break, and how is everything going injury-wise? How's your recovery? Last time we chatted, you were on a treadmill in a sort of air bubble that's beyond my realms of comprehension, just as a mere commentator. And when can we expect you back? Sort of, where's your recovery at?
I'm doing well, to be fair. I'm ahead of schedule, which is positive. I mean, it's not going to change the time frame. Like 9 months is 9 months, but it's looking like January, February, so not too long away. Christmas is right around the corner, so once Christmas is here, I'll be back down there. So yeah, I'm excited.
Obviously, a lot of noise around the club at the moment with the week's news. As a player, how easy is it to take a step away from that outside noise and do your job on the pitch?
I mean, obviously, with the headlines that the club's getting, it's great for the club itself, it's great for us. But I think, especially as a player myself, like, you just got to focus on what we're here to do, and that's to play football. I mean, sometimes it can be hard to get caught up in the talk, everyone talking about this, that and the other, but like I said, like, we're here to do one thing, and that's to play football.
And talking of the football on the pitch, 1 win in 6 in the league start to the campaign for Blues. Does league form sort of go out the window when it comes to the Cup, or is it something that the gaffer and the team will focus on the side and focus tonight on the game? But obviously they have that in the back of their minds that, I'm sure we were speaking off air, it's not up to the standards that the squad have set themselves. Yeah,
I think we all know that our start to the season hasn't been great. It's far from the standards that we've set, and especially off the back of last season as well. We know it's not good enough. But obviously the past 2 games were unbeaten, so we've got to take confidence in that and hopefully build on that today and moving on into Sunday as well.
And on that, sort of, with that start to the season in mind, what's the sort of vibe in the camp like at the moment? You've had a few summer arrivals that have embedded in over pre-season and the first 6 league games. What's the tone like in the camp at the moment?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, now I can actually comment and speak because I'm around the girls a bit more. So yeah, it's good. Everyone gets along. Obviously, you've got Ivy who's come in, Cho, and obviously we're yet to meet the other Cho. But yeah, I think the mood in the camp's good. Like I said, the previous 2 games have helped us massively in terms of like confidence and just building a bit of morale around the camp. So yeah, it's good.
And it was a well-on draw on Sunday. Darren Carter, your gaffer, praised the girls' resilience in that game, as we just see the players heading out onto the turf in front of us. You can probably see the flames reflecting in the gantry here. As once again the flames engulf St Andrews as both 11s head out onto the field. Darren Carter has shuffled the pack tonight. A few debuts. The debut in goal for Charlotte Clark, joining from Liverpool in the summer. Harris, Lawley, Heron and Mason make up the back four. Finn, Devlin and captain Alison Murray in the midfield, with Pennock, Walker and Katie Dungate leading the line for Blues. On the bench, Lucy Thomas, Abby Jenner, Jade Moore, Lily Agg, Lucy Quinn, Ivana Fuso, Libby Smith and Benares. Brighton Hove Albion, 5 debutants in their side this evening in the first group stage game of the Conti Cup. Nikki Everard starts in goal. Moen, Burbsvond, Karabali and Rule across the back. Sari, Bremer and Hawksby in the midfield, with Haley, Simmons and Pinto leading the line for Brighton and Hove Albion this evening. Brighton and Hove Albion obviously 2 Super League games already. Shiv, 1 win, 1 defeat. Plenty of debutants, a shuffle of the pack. It'll be a tough test for Blues this evening.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you come up against any Super League team, it's going to be difficult. But obviously, we've played Brighton a number of times, and I can't even remember what the previous scores was. But I played in, I think, both of them or all of them, and there wasn't much in it. And I think as well in the cup, anything can happen. So I think it will be a good test for us tonight.
Well, we did meet Brighton in 2 cup competitions last time out. The same fixture at this stage in the Conti Cup did go the way of Blues by 3-2 in the FA Cup as well. But Brighton Hove Albion knocked us out of that in the quarter-final last season. So Arsenal have dominated this competition. Last summer's trophy means that the Gunners have won the Conti Cup 6 times out of its 12 years of existence. These sides this evening are 2 of the sides hoping to break the Gunners' monopoly over the competition in recent years. Charlton and West Ham are the other 2 in the group to come. But tonight we kick off our Conti Cup campaign. These 2, as I mentioned, did meet at this stage last season in the competition, with Smith, Pennock and Quinn all on target as Blues came out on top. So will it be a case of deja vu for the Seagulls tonight in the midst of a 3-game week before Bramall Lane for Blues on Sunday? Well, there's certainly no place like being at B9 under the lights. Surely such a great stage to play on, really Coliseum of footballing heritage with the lights illuminating. Shiv, you've been there, you've done it.
Yeah, love a night game because you've had the whole day to eat, get all the energy. Yeah, I'll pick a night game over a afternoon game any day of the week.
So we Brighton and Hove Albion to get us underway. As all 22 players take the knee in support against discrimination of all kinds in football and the rest of society. So it's Blues against Brighton Hove Albion, the first game of the group stage in the Conti Cup. Brighton firing from left to right in this first half as we look at it. And immediately Bergsvaughan can get on the ball and play across to Karabali, a Colombian. 2 at the heart of the Brighton Hove Albion defence tonight. Here's Rule, one of the 5 debutants. Australian leading the line down the right-hand side for Brighton Hove Albion this evening. Bremer, experienced player from Wolfsburg this season. Scored plenty of goals over the years. Won the League Cup with Manchester City as well in 2019 as she's nicked the ball back here. It's low ball into the penalty area. Is dealt with and swept clear by Mason. But only defending for Blues to do. Down their left-hand side. Swung in by Rule. Low cross into the penalty area. Dangerous. And it's dealt with by Blues. Only to the edge of the 18-yard box. And eventually it's Harris who can help the ball to safety. And for the first time in the game, Pennock can get up to speed down the right-hand side. Showing the Brighton Hove Albion player a clean set of heels. Pennock again, driving Blues up the pitch. Really explosive run in the opening minute, Shiv.
Yeah, she got left in the dust. She still don't know where she is.
Mason just with a misplaced pass into the centre that's latched upon by Haley, who goes for goal. Splendid save. Charlotte Clark on her debut in the sticks for Blues, coming up with the goods inside the opening 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think obviously Elle was probably looking for Christie in that moment. Just a small lapse in concentration, but yeah, great save by Char there.
Madison Haley, not one of the debutants, but making her first start for Brighton and Hove Albion, won the A-League Down Under, and just unleashed an effort into the top corner, but Charlotte Clark level 2 in on her first Blues appearance since signing from Liverpool between the sticks. Solid start from the Blues goalkeeper. Swung into the middle, it's a dangerous ball. And Finn can bring it under control and clear only as far to the edge of the penalty area where Pinto picks up. And Blues can hoist clear. And Claudia Walker can get up to speed for the first time in the game, applying the pressure to Karaboli. But it's smart and calm play between her and her goalkeeper, Nikki Everard, another one of the 5 debutants for Brighton Hove Albion tonight. Maisie Simmons sprayed out to this near side, the right. Brighton Hove Albion finding plenty of joy down this right flank early on, and a lovely ball into the channel was towards Pinto. Couldn't get the right side of Lawley, and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. But Annie Mason having to do a bit of defending in these opening 3 minutes, Shiv.
Yeah, I think with a Super League team, I think you're always kind of going to be on the back foot in the first couple minutes. But I think we just need to find our feet. If we can keep the ball for a little bit, get a bit of confidence from that, and then we can start to play a little bit more.
There's Devlin bringing her side forward. Dungate, who has been so impressive in the early exchanges of the season, and she's won her side the first corner of the evening. Charlie Rule back there to concede it for Brighton Hove Albion. But right on cue, Shiv, as you say, confidence growing, first corner of the game.
Yeah, we just need to be, I think, well, that's probably the first time I think we've had a bit of possession, but once we do get into those scenarios, we just need to keep the ball as much as possible, and like I said, just gain confidence from having the ball. Like, don't get tired of having the ball.
In comes that corner kick, right-footed. Problem for the goalkeeper, did well in the end, Everard. Brave punch away. Harrison Money back into the penalty area. Blues working this well. Dungate, first touch just got away from a lovely improvised ball back into the penalty area. It's dealt with by Brighton and Hove Albion. Mason. Harris. Mason seeking down the left-hand side. Devlin unable to make anything of the ball. Brighton Hove Albion goes short with the goal kick and ultimately put the ball out of play. Just heard Darren Carter shouting he wants his side to be tighter in those instances.
Yeah, I think Charlie was just a little bit too slow in the press there.
Harris has made the burst forward from right back. Blue shirts in the penalty area. It's towards Walker! Everard gets across well. First clear-cut chance for Blues.
Thought I was in.
Everard made up space really quickly there. The Brighton Hove Albion goalkeeper. Cross just hung up in the air for Claudia Walker, and as you say, Shiv looks so inviting.
Yeah, it was a great ball in by Marth. But I think those are, you don't want to look back on those chances and regret it. Like, I feel like those are the sorts of chances that we need to take, especially against sides like this. Mason
surging forward. Dungate looking for the return ball for the left back. Didn't come off, and Brighton Hove Albion can come away with it. 6 minutes gone. Birmingham 0, Brighton Hove Albion 0. But certainly, after weathering an early storm, Blues looking to assert their dominance in the first group game of the Conti Cup. Here's Bergsvond. Karabali. Now Moen. Another one of the 5 debutants down that left-hand side. Just hear Darren Carter clapping with anticipation, wants his side to spring the trap of the press and keep Brighton Hove Albion just where the Blues want them. Bali forced into the long ball, didn't come off towards Bremer. Good anticipation and an interception by Mason. Dungate looking to get the better of Rule, who stands her ground, puts the ball out of play. Blues throw in. Devlin battling, as is Harrison Murray. Given away momentarily by Heron. After a frantic start, the game just coming into a pace now, Shiv, for both sides.
Yeah, I think we've settled into the game now. I think we've had more chances than them. Apart from that shot that they've had, we've been in their half a lot more. So I know the girls are probably going to take a bit of confidence on that.
And he takes a tumble under pressure from Heron. Referee Phoebe Cross happy enough with the challenge. Brighton still in the hunt down the left-hand side with Hawksby. Haley. Good hold-up play. Invites Rule into proceedings down the Brighton right channel. Bremer. Nice interplay this from Brighton Hove Albion, but one misplaced pass and Blues can get themselves out of trouble. Walker just losing out to Bergsvond, and Brighton Hove Albion will retain their positive spell. Simmons. Annie Mason steps out to intercept to break up what was a promising pattern of play by Brighton Hove Albion, moving the ball around very nicely indeed, the Super League side. Blues, though, not allowing them any avenues to explore in an offensive sense.
Well, just as we said that we was getting comfortable on the ball, I think we jinxed it.
Haley, who certainly looks like she's going to be a handful, Madison Haley, this evening. Won the A-League down under before moving from Sydney to the Seagulls. Today's her first start for Brighton Hove Albion. As Rule rolls it back to Karabali. Brighton Hove Albion dominating possession in the past 4 minutes or so, but a robust and resilient Blues shape just limiting them to switching play over and over again, searching for an avenue to explore going forward. It was something that Darren Carter praised on Sunday, coming from behind against Sunderland, the resilience of his side against the unbeaten Black Cats. Here's Devlin. Brighton Hove Albion just a step ahead at the moment as we speak. Blues unable to get out of their half and having to soak up a decent amount of pressure from the away side, but doing it effectively. Karabali looking for that through ball towards Hawksby. Pinto. Ball into the centre is well watched and dealt with by Gemma Lawley.
Yeah, we just can't seem to get out our half at the minute. Yes, Charles.
Good strength shown by Devlin and now Walker can race away through the centre circle. Pennock looking to make an angle down the right-hand side. Finn. Harrison Murray just let the ball escape her clutch for a second, but recovered the situation. Dungate. Lawley. Blues looking to get their foot on the ball after being starved of possession for the past 5 minutes, but it's Brighton Hove Albion, the Super League side, who turn it over. Rule now charging down the right-hand side. In field it goes to Haley. Good anticipation from Lawley. Walker having to do the dirty work, but has done it splendidly. Finn charging over the halfway line, bringing Blues forward. Walker steps away well. Harrison Murray, who scored that equaliser, her first of the season on Sunday.
Yeah, great finish, by the way.
Brilliant. Well, 13 minutes in, Shiv. Will Darren Carter be happy, although his side have been out of possession for the majority of the early exchange? Will he be happy with where Blues have contained Brighton with the ball?
Yeah, like, I don't, apart from the shot they had early on, they haven't really done anything. So, yeah, I think he'll be happy with where we're at the minute. I just think if he was to be picky, probably just to be a little bit more patient in possession and not force it as much. You know, I always say, like, if we have the ball, don't get tired of having the ball. And I think that's where that's one of our Achilles heels. Like, if we have the ball, we feel like we have to go forward. It doesn't have to go forward all the time.
Harris just having to do a bit of defending down her flank, and Brighton Hove Albion burst into the penalty area, and they've hit the side netting at the end of a positive move, just overloading their left flank. Couldn't conjure a shot on target at the end of it, though. It remains goalless here at St Andrews. Of course, Blues with 1 win, 2 draws and 3 losses from their opening 6 league games. They lost 5 overall last campaign when they were just picked by Bristol City to the title and ultimately to promotion, as Brighton Hove Albion looked to latch onto a loose Blues ball deep inside Blues territory, and they've hounded Lawley here. And the strike towards goal is well saved.
Great save.
Charlotte Clark tips it round the right-hand post. Sarri it was who got away and wriggled some room for herself at the end of a positive Brighton move after they just latched upon a loose Blues pass deep inside their own territory.
But even in that instance there, it's not like they've played us off the park. Like, that's been one of our mistakes. So, yeah, it's just those small things I think that he won't be happy with. Like, that could have easily been avoided.
Corner into the centre is in. Brighton Hove Albion take the lead. Quarter of an hour played, and right under the Blues crossbar.
But just like I said before, if that wouldn't have happened, there wouldn't have been a corner and they wouldn't have scored. So it's just those little things, it's all our own doing. It's not like we're being played off the park right now. But yeah, frustrating, but still a long way to go.
So Blues behind in the first group game of the Conti Cup. Giving the ball away deep inside their own territory. A splendid save by Charlotte Clark, but from the resulting corner, Brighton Hove Albion had themselves into a 1-goal lead. Pennock away. Frustrating one to take, Shiv.
Yeah, because I think if you were to look at the score and you haven't seen the past 60 minutes, you're probably going to think Brighton have been absolutely popping us. But you know, it's not the case. Again, it was just from our mistake. We should have cleared the ball. If we would have cleared the ball, the corner wouldn't have happened, and then the goal wouldn't have happened. So yeah, like I said, I think he'll be a bit annoyed about that. But yeah, there's still a long way to go.
There was a cluster of bodies right on top of Charlotte Clark. And one of them managed to nod the ball past the Blues goalkeeper. It might have been Charlie Rule and Pauline Bremner in that cluster, who eventually got the decisive touch, but more importantly, it's Blues 0, Brighton Hove Albion 1. Blues with work to do in the first group game of the Conti Cup. Heron, smart turn away from Sarri. If their clearance is blocked, so the Greek will reapply the pressure to Niamh Heron. Pennock, really smart turn away, and she draws the foul. Round of applause from her manager, Darren Carter. Of course, in his second full season as Blues head coach, almost went all the way in his first, taking them back to the Super League, first time of asking. Of course, knows the feeling of promotion as a player, Darren Carter, scoring that all-important penalty at Wembley in 2002, or should I say, the playoff final, Millennium Stadium. Blues once again just been a bit careless in possession and presenting Brighton with the opportunity to put some passes together again, Shiv.
Yeah, it just seems we're lacking a bit of concentration. That's a simple 5-yard pass, and I don't know why we're making so many mistakes in possession.
Harris just catching Moen late.
It's never a foul. I see that from here, and I'm about 100 miles away.
Referee Phoebe Cross would disagree with you, Shiv.
Maybe I'm just being biased.
So Brighton leading through what is their first or second real chance of the game. Certainly their second corner kick of the game, and they come forward once again with Haley. Charging down the right-hand side is Bremner. It's her cross into the penalty area, and it's just skewered wide. It was a Blues body that got there first. So corner kick to Brighton Hove Albion. Blues need to switch on again from a set piece.
I mean, it's great defending by Niamh, but again, it's too easy for them to get into those positions and cross the ball.
Left foot across this time into the penalty area. Haley flicks on, but finds Simmons back into the danger area, and there's Charlotte Clark commanding her 6-yard box. Spent the last season on loan at West Bromwich Albion down the road, and the supporters player of the season, Charlotte Clark, signing 4 Blues from Liverpool. Harrison Murray picks out Pennock. Heavy first touch. Allows Brighton to turn over possession momentarily. Finn will pick it back up in the middle. There's Walker. Has a heavy touch of her own, and Brighton can dispossess her in the middle.
But I even think there, Jamie's got time to bring it down there, but then that needs to come from the back line. She obviously doesn't know what's around her. I don't think she needed to head it there. Like, that's an opportunity for us to bring the ball down and try and keep the ball.
So Blues just maybe needing to calm it down and take it up a notch. They're trailed by a goal to nil. Sarri inside to Hawksby. Haley, good pin play and fires towards goal. Some Murray in the way. And it's nicely tidied up by Gemma Lawley. Blues once again, though, just being starved of possession. Brighton and Hove Albion dominating the ball, and they lead through their first real opportunity of the game. Pennock fires in towards Walker. Strong play by Bergsvon, goes unpunished. Bremer. The pass goes through. Harrison Murray, Pinto inside to Haley. You look for the return ball for the Portuguese. But eventually rolls harmlessly through Charlotte Clark. You just want to be out on that pitch, don't you, Shiv?
Like, now that I'm with the ball, I'm just like, I don't see the issue. What's the problem? Like, my knee's fine. If I can kick a ball and my knee's okay, then why can I not play?
Finn, good first touch. Galvanising Blues, driving them up the field. Durngate into the penalty area, just swarmed by two green and black jerseys, but forces the throw in. Good positive play from Jamie Finn. Head down, driving over the halfway line, and then Dungate winning a throw in an offensive position.
That's what we need. I think in possession we are a bit passive, so to speak. Like, we need someone who's going to get the ball, take the game. How can I say it?
Scruff the neck.
That's what I was trying to say, yeah. But that instance there, obviously Jay picking up the ball, driving forward, like that's what we need. We need positive runs with the ball.
Pennock looking to do just that. Runs into traffic. Haley. Rule rise the challenge of Dungate. Floats the ball into the penalty area. Dealt with by Lawley. Mason with Bremer on her back. Scoops clear. Nice first touch by Walker. Devlin will take over. And Lawley can roll it across her own back line for Heron. Nice brave ball. Likewise by Lawley. It's well kept in by Dungate. Mason squeezing it down the left-hand side, but with Dungate having to come back and make up ground to gain possession, she left that left-hand side vacant. And it was Walker who had to do the running, and ultimately Bergsvoort had a head start. Just not coming together for Blues so far. They trail by a goal to nil.
Like, in that instance there, Elle's got to play it to her feet. She's not even nowhere near the channel for a channel ball. Like, she's got to get that to her feet there.
Nice intervention by Harris. Harrison Murray sprays it for Pennock. There's Harris into space. Devlin, the willing runner, putting Karibali under some pressure. He needs to be careful, facing her own byline. Blues force the throw. Oh, and slices out of play. Blues forcing the issue and winning a throw in an offensive position down the right-hand side. Harris will launch back into the field of play. Pennock. Harris in field, looking to trade passes with the Blues number 7. She's got the ball trapped underneath her feet for a moment. But it's Brighton Hove Albion who emerged with that lovely anticipation by Heron, driving to the edge of the penalty area, goes for goal, got under it.
She might as well. I would have done the same thing.
Trying to galvanise Blues into action. As you say, Shiv, just need that spark at the moment.
Yeah, we're just lacking concentration. I think we're second to the ball. We're not making the right decisions in possession. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what Carts will have to say at half-time.
Mason. Devlin. Mason hadn't continued her run, not singing off the same hymn sheet. Devlin and Mason. Shiv Wilson just has her head in her hands next to me.
I actually like that analogy. Never heard that one before. Singing off the same hymn sheet. Nice. I would have been like, not on the same page.
Ah.
Nice.
Still good.
I'm going to use that.
Walker reacted well and got a clattering from Karibali for her troubles. Free kick Blues. Joelyn Karibali, the Colombian international, 18 caps for her national side. Joining in the summer, making her debut, one of 5 for Brighton Hove Albion. And a debutant has scored the goal that separates these two sides. Charlie Rule it was with a decisive touch. There was a cluster of bodies in there. It was hard to identify the goal scorer, but Charlie Rule has been awarded the goal. The Brighton Hove Albion right backs are her first for the club on debut. Harrison Murray steers it to the left-hand side. It's Heron who goes down in the penalty area. Now a flicker from Phoebe Cross, the referee.
Right, I know I'm not being biased on that one. There's no way.
Harrison Murray being careful, going towards her own goal, and she's done splendidly well to find Walker, just beaten to it by Simmons. And half an hour in, it's business as usual for the away side, who lead by a goal to 0. Blues have seen a lot more of the ball in the past 10 minutes or so. Just had a pretty convincing penalty shout turned down. Here's Simmons. Sprays out to this near side, the right. Bremer. Nicely done. Bremer pokes into the penalty area. Haley. Picked up by Pinto. And Sari with the final effort. Sends it over the crossbar, just looking to curl it into that far corner. Could see what she wanted to do, but just got under the effort. The first time we've really seen a threat on Clark's goal since Brighton's opener, as Devlin looks to release Pennock down the right-hand side. Pennock, who was the top scorer last season with 11 goals. Finn. Heron, Finn once again, infield to Harrison Murray. Rode the challenge of Pinto well, but now Brighton Hove Albion looking to spring into action. Blues looking to do the same. Both possession trading hands. Pennock teasing down the right-hand side. Can't find a way round debutant Lee Moen. But as you say, Shiv, the times we have seen Brighton come forward, it's all been due to Blues doing. Would that be fair to say?
100%. I mean, I can't. Obviously, I think they've definitely had a lot more shots than what we've had, but the chances that they've had have been all from our mistakes. So that's something, that's a positive to take. But again, it goes back to what I was saying before, the chance early on where Martha crossed the ball and Claude headed it. Those are the moments where you've got to be scoring those. Simply because you're playing against teams like this and you make a mistake and they can punish you.
Yeah. First real time that Everard has been called into action in the game. The Brighton Hove Albion debut goalkeeper, but stood up to the challenge, made up ground well to palm away Walker's header. And Brighton Hove Albion have won a free kick in a dangerous position. Very much suited for both a right-footed outswinger and left-footed in-swinger. It's Sarri standing over this with the left foot, or Simmons with the right. It looks like it will be Simmons to deliver into the penalty area. Bounces down the 18-yard box, and the flag is up on this near side, the right, for an offside. So Blues will have the free kick inside their own penalty area. Blues trailing by a 0-0. Charlie Rule with her first for Brighton Hove Albion, heading home from a corner kick. Just on a weaker side, Clark can't get much distance on the clearance, but it's picked up by the captain, Harrison Murray. Now Dungate runs into traffic. Haley looks the cute ball through. And then a reckless challenge on the edge of the Blues penalty area on Heron.
Yellow card?
Escapes without punishment. Madison Haley, the American, who's certainly been the danger sign as far as Brighton are concerned. She's held the ball up well every time they've turned the ball over, as you say, Shiv, from some misplaced passes, and she's made things happen going forward for the away side.
Yeah, it seems to be that she's their focal point for when they're in possession. So I think, yeah, just going to have to, our centre-backs especially, are going to have to be switched on to wherever she is at all times.
Pennock just with a bit of inspiration, waltzing away in field, but eventually ran into one Brighton body too many. Blues have looked most dangerous when they've been able to release Pennock and Dungate down the flanks and load bodies into the penalty area. They've picked up a loose ball here. Finn. It was Devlin looking to pull the trigger instead of the ball. I think she found the boot of Simmons and just stays on the deck for a moment. Charlie Devlin seems to be slowly getting back to her feet as Brighton play on, and the referee will stop play now so Devlin can receive some treatment. It's one of those where she looked to strike the ball, it was taken off her toe, and I think she's just collided with the bottom of a boot instead. It can be a real painful one.
Yeah, and especially if the stud gets the top of your foot, very painful.
I mean, that one I can speak from experience on Sunday League days. That
I bet in Sunday League it's 10 times worse.
So Blues Conti Cup campaign not given to the best of starts so far in the opening 35 minutes. Of course, they still have Charlton and West Ham in their group to come. In the Southern Group. Last reached the final in 2016 where they were beaten by Manchester City, 3 times runners-up in the League Cup. Never won it though. Do have players in their squad who have tasted victory in this competition, however, Charlie Devlin being one of those. And Brighton, the team in possession when the referee's whistle went, will play on with possession, but they've relinquished it Lawley. Mason just isolated on the left-hand side, forced backwards. Forcing the issue though, Blues. Bergs won this time, running the ball out of play.
But again there, I feel like we're forcing it again. Why can we not recycle and go out the other side and just keep the ball for a little bit? Move them rather than them making us move the whole time.
Good work by Devlin, who seemed to have fully recovered from that slight knock. Finn looking to keep it alive, runs through traffic. Picked up though by Pinto, runs into traffic. And just caught at pace by Walker, but no further punishment dished out. Simmons just on the receiving end of another collision as well, so she'll just need some attention. Of course, Blues face a tough test away from home on Sunday, travelling to Bramall Lane, Sheffield United. And back here against Watford on the 22nd. And then Reading as the Women's Super League Championship, I should say, season shows no signs of letting up. They're coming thick and fast now. And Darren Carter, I'm sure, will be eager for his side to build some momentum here. They are unbeaten in 2 heading into this one after a bit of a steady start to the season. They find themselves behind and with work to do as we approach half-time. 5 minutes to go until the break. Blues trailing by a goal to 0. Charlie Rule's header on 15 minutes, separating the two sides. So Brighton Hove Albion will restart with the free kick. It will be played back to Everard. Moen. Again, Brighton just content to keep the ball on their back line. Garibali looking to force the issue into the focal point, Haley. Blues wrestle possession back. Walker, the captain. Bergsvon swiftly in on the Blues striker. She's been watching her like a hawk all evening. Mason, good anticipation, leading to the interception. Looks for the long way round Rule and latches onto her own ball. Just swarmed out in the end by reinforcements. Harrison Murray threads it into Walker. Nice hold-up play. Finn invites Harris into proceedings. Bit too close to Moan, who can pick up for Brighton Hove Albion, and the Brighton are beneficial with the ricochet off of Harris. And again off Pennock. Haley escapes the Blues' clutches in the midfield.
Yes, sir.
Strong challenge comes in on Bremer. Now Rule. Likewise from Heron. Walker can spring away. Pennock. Just instantly a swarm of green and black shirts on her position. Now Moen. This is Bremer into the arms of Charlotte Clark, who positioned herself well. And it was Mason and Lawley, I think, doing good work back there to just put Bremer off her final strike.
It's always going to be difficult for us to get out in that situation because Claude's obviously our our focal point. So she's coming into the middle of the pitch to get the ball. So when she turns, she's got no one to play to. So I think that's why it's difficult for us to actually create something, because she's coming so deep, and then when she gets it, she's got no one around her to help her.
Pennock, though, with great work, bursting in from the right channel, winning the free kick. Blues looking for that spark to surge them into life towards the end of this first half, trailing by a goal to nil, but a free kick in a really promising position. Certainly within range of an audacious attempt.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Charlie has a go from here, to be fair.
So Devlin and Dungate standing over this. So it'll be the right foot of Devlin or the left foot of Katie Dungate. It's Devlin who's placed it down more purposefully. Charlie Devlin just got under it. Sends it skewing over the crossbar. You did feel it was going to take something special from that range.
Yeah, for sure. But obviously she hit the bar off a free kick on Sunday, so I thought, you know, maybe this one will go in.
Finn picks up the loose ball, hoists forward, dealt with by Karabali. Pinto runs into traffic. Devlin can smuggle it out to Harris. Harris just looking to work an angle. Lawley tees up Harrison Murray. Heron skips in field, gives the ball away. Harris just yanking back at the shirt of Hawksby.
Yeah, tactical. Love it, Mark.
It's Brighton playing themselves into a bit of trouble. Good hunting by Walker, and just fouled as she looked to race away from Simmons.
Wow, we finally saw a yellow. Woo, didn't think she was going to put her hands in that pocket today.
Yeah, Phoebe Cross reaching into the pocket for the first time. Simmons goes in the book. Really good hunting by Walker to force the issue, and Simmons, as you just said a minute ago, Shiv, I think that's a tactical foul, I think, to use your words.
Yeah.
Because she knew she was in trouble.
Yeah, 100%. She had to do that. Take one for the team.
Finn. 3 minutes at the end of the first half. Finn again, down the right-hand side, low ball into the penalty area. It's cut out by a Brighton body. And now Brighton on the counter-attack. Led by Hawksby. Searching for Sari on the overlap. Pennock gives the ball straight back to Hawksby. Here's Sari. Sari surging on the edge of the penalty area. It's Sari towards goal. Blocked by Blues. Lawley and Mason combining well to get their bodies in the way. And Lawley can clear upfield. Walker given an almighty task of holding off 3 Brighton shirts. It's Heron who's wrestled possession back. Clark. Pennock brave with the header to flick on, but can only find a green and black shirt in the centre. Harris's interception. Pennock brave in the challenge. Calls for hands against Simmons, who's the first one to be brandished a yellow card this evening. Brighton just looking to see the final stage of this first half out without any damage. Blues have certainly looked to pose a threat in these final 10 minutes or so. Everard. Arabali. One up over the top for Surrey to give chase. Lawley stood her ground well and tidied things up with Clark. Simmons just with a touch away from Devlin, who was a tad late.
I think Charles on her last one, and I'm surprised she didn't get a card for that.
So last action of the first half is a Brighton free kick. Sarri with the left foot, or Simmons with the right to deliver. Plenty of bodies on the periphery of the Blues penalty area. Brighton looking to double their lead before heading into the half-time break. It's Sarri into the penalty area, rising inside the 18-yard box was a Brighton shirt and hooked towards goal, but hooked over by Tatiana Pinto, and that signals the last action of the first half. And so Blues trailing at half-time. Charlie Rule with her first goal of the season for Brighton, right on debut. Corner kick swung in and right onto the crossbar. Rule can head home. Well, Brighton dominating possession for large parts of that half, Shiv, but you were saying throughout that first half, Blues needed to be a bit more assertive when they did win the ball back. Did you see that as the half went on?
In some instances, yeah, but I think overall our ball speed isn't quick enough. We're too slow making decisions, and when we do make decisions, they're not always the right ones. So decision making's got to be better, ball speed's got to be better, and we've just got to be patient when we have the ball rather than trying to go forward every single time.
What other sort of initial thoughts, Jeff, on that first half? What else will Carts be targeting in that dressing room?
I think in terms of the half as a whole, it wasn't terrible, but again, we've made mistakes which has given them opportunities, and I don't know, let's say we were playing an Arsenal or a Man City, we'll probably be 6-0 down by now. So it's one of them where if we do get chances, we need to take them, but at the same time, in order to get those chances, we need to be patient in possession. We need to make the right decisions when we're on the ball, and we're not doing that right now.
I mean, Walker did have a terrific chance in that half, probably Blues' best opportunity of the first 45. Should she be doing better, or was it a brilliant save by Nikki Everard?
I mean, I'll have to watch it again, but I think you've got to be scoring that there. I mean, it wasn't far out, but even just to head it back across the goal towards the back post. But apart from that, I don't think we've had another clear-cut chance. But again, their chances have come from our mistakes, whereas we created that one. So obviously you can take some confidence in that, but we're not doing it enough. That's the problem. So I think that will be something he does touch on at half-time.
Well, you just alluded to it there. Brighton haven't really conjured anything of their own. Blues have really been the masters of their own downfall, really, giving the ball away in promising places from a Brighton perspective. Yeah,
I mean, well, their goal, it was as simple as we just needed to clear it. From what I can remember, I think it might have been like a mistouch or not a great pass, and then obviously they pounce on it, end up having a shot, goes out for a corner, they score from the corner. So again, it's not like we've been played off the park and like they're playing through balls, they're playing triangles around us. It's not that. Everything that they've created is literally from our own doing. So again, that goes down to decision making on the ball. It's not good enough. We seem to be lacking a bit of what's the word?
Vigour? Well,
I don't even know what that means. what's the word I'm looking for? I literally said it before. Guys, it's been a long week.
Quality. I'm
Yeah.
trying to put words in your mouth, but
I literally
Bit
said
of
it
oomph.
before. I can't remember what I said though.
someone taking the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
someone just needs to, like Jamie done it in an instance there. She got the ball in the middle of the park and just drove forward, and they didn't even know what to do because for most of the game they haven't had anything to do in those areas. So rather than us allowing them to make chances out of our own mistakes, we need to start asking them some questions now. But again, it goes back to what I was saying in terms of being more patient with the ball, just lapsing concentration. That's why we're making these mistakes. So I feel like we're not switched on enough. We need to go in now and just get together, recuperate, get some Jaffa cakes done, get some energy and come back out with a new mindset.
Is that the halftime fuel?
Yeah. Love a Jaffa cake. Jaffa cake, or what do I have? Yeah, probably I have about like 4 or 5 Jaffa cakes, to be fair, half time.
Well, there you go, exclusive scoop into the Blues dressing room. We saw glimpses from Jade Pennock and Katie Dungate in that first half. Is the key to finding them more down the flats? Because Brighton did seem vulnerable when Dungate and Pennock could get their sort of defenders one-on-one.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, it's all well and good getting them in those positions, but to me it seems like when we do get them in those positions, there's no one to support them. And I said it before, Claude coming in to get the ball, which is fine. Obviously, that shows great work rate and determination to get the ball back, but she shouldn't be doing that. Because when we win the ball back, we've got no one to aim for. She's got no support around her. So I think we need to, if we are getting the ball into those areas, we need to make sure we've got numbers around the ball to help us create chances. If we ain't got numbers, we can't expect these players to go and take on half the team. It's not going to happen. So yeah, I think we just need to make sure we're getting at least 2 or 3 players around the ball.
So Blues with work to do in the second half. They trail by a 0-0 in the first group game of the Conti Cup. Join us in about 10 minutes. We'll be back with the full second half for you here at St Andrews. Welcome back to St Andrews for the second half. Blues with work to do. They trail by a goal to nil. Charlie Rule's first of the season on her debut for Brighton Hove Albion. The difference between the two sides as Darren Carter has made 3 changes. Ag, Fuso and Quinn coming on for Dungate. Devlin and Heron. Brighton Hove Albion in turn have made 2 of their own. Maria Thorodottir and Katie Robinson on for Karabali and Bremer. As Clark, who has had a good showing on debut so far in the sticks for Blues, really could do nothing about Charlie Rule's opening header, but has made a few splendid saves so far nonetheless. And with those changes, Shiv, it looks like Blues have gone to a back 3. So a bit of a shuffle of the pack by Darren Carter.
Yeah, I think obviously with it being a 3-game week as well, it's important for squad rotation and for everyone to get minutes. Everyone's going to play their part this week. So yeah, I think he's switching it up just to ask them a few more questions, and hopefully this half will be a little bit better than the last.
Yeah, of course, Bramall Lane completes the trilogy this week. It's Fuso. There's some Murray looking to spread out to that left-hand side. It's picked up by a Brighton shirt. They lead by a goal to nil, the away side. Simmons, the only player on a yellow card so far in the game. Rule, the goal scorer. We did have a look at the replay at half-time, the dubious goal panel. Looks like it might either be Rule's goal or an own goal. But the most important thing is that Blues have a job to do in this second half. They want to get their Conti Cup off to a perfect start. Finn. Has made the burst down the right-hand side. Lovely interplay between the two. Finn goes down right on the edge of the penalty area. Big complaints from the bench. Nothing doing from the referee.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. That was a stonewall penalty.
Thoughts of Yvonne Wilson alongside me this evening. Simmons turns away well. Brighton certainly starting the second half, much like they finished the first, just dominating possession, looking to starve Blues the ball, but it's a really positive run by Fuso as she slid it through for Walker. Evrard produces the save. The offside flag was up on his near side nonetheless. But brilliant, brilliant play from Ivana Fuso. It's something you said at half-time, Shiv, just screaming out for someone to get their head down and galvanise this Blues side, and that's exactly what Fuso's done.
No, 100%. We need a little bit of positivity, someone to pick up the ball, run at players, and that's exactly what she's done there.
But Robinson is in down the other end. Robinson in on goal. Katie Robinson slots Brighton into a 2-0 lead. Instant impact from the substitute on at half-time and gives the away side a 2-goal buffer. 3 minutes into the second half. It's Blues 0, Brighton 2. Sucker punch on the counter-attack from Brighton Hove Albion.
I mean, again, we all know Katie Robinson, she's the England international. Like, players like this can punish you. You just got to give them an inch and they go score a goal on the first touch. So, I mean, it's unfortunate because I think that was a counter, wasn't it? Yeah, obviously we literally just had a chance at our end and then switch off for 2 minutes, and that's what can happen against teams like this. So
yeah, Brighton just carving open that Blues back 3 that obviously Darren Carter has changed at half-time to get a bit more offensive. But as you said, Katie Robinson, England international, travelled with the squad to the World Cup. 4 goals and 6 assists last season, and she's opened her account in this campaign, her first goal since April. And it's one that has set back Blues at the start of this second half. Blues 0, Brighton Hove Albion 2.
I mean, I've played against her and she ain't slow. Let me tell you that. She ain't slow.
Yeah, she peeled away there well and really turning the afterburners, and a really clinical finish as well from the England international. And it's steered back to Everard, who slices more up than out, the Brighton Hove Albion goalkeeper. Blues looking to get a foothold in this second half. They've been pegged back early on in the second 45. Ag. Finn back in field, just runs away from Pennock. And Sarri was able to make the intervention. Now Simmons can burst away. Hawksby down the left-hand side for Haley. Now Sarri gliding in field, turns away from Ag. Helped on, but given away, latched onto. And slotted through for Fuso, who looks to find Walker. Vital interception at the vital moment by Thorisdottir. Golden opportunity for Blues. Should Fuso just pull the trigger?
I thought she was going to take it herself, but then if that pass wasn't intercepted, then we're going to say something different, didn't we? But yeah, I would have thought she would have taken that on herself. But yeah, it was a great interception by the defender there.
And now Ivana Fuso arriving from Man United in September, certainly a spark that Blues were looking for in that first half after being introduced at half-time. Already carved out 2 opportunities already, the resilient. Dancing feet. And Brighton misplaced yet another pass. Darren Carter eager to get his side on the front foot with a quick throw in. Pennock down the right-hand side, cuts in. Up against Mohan. Ag. Harrison Murray. Mason Blues still being patient in their approach. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Harris's ball finds its way to Walker, who skips past one challenge, is clipped by another, and the referee's whistle awards Blues a free kick. Enjoying your feast?
I'm hungry. It's my dinner time.
They certainly need some fuel to keep up with the electrifying start to this second half. Certainly game has sprung into life. Fuso having a lot to do with that from a Blues perspective, and they've won a free kick in a really promising position. Lucy Quinn, another one of the substitutes thrown on, will be standing over this. Darren Carter just directing things from the sideline. Blues lined up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Lucy Quinn hands off to Harrison Murray. Tees up Quinn.
And ball.
Charged down by Haley. Not what Blues had in mind. Fuso! First time effort to goal. Well held by Everard.
Don't know how that won a handball.
Yeah, clearly something they've worked on the training ground, but Haley charged down the effort. You'll see the replay here. Mohan, loose touch, presented itself to Fuso, took it first time. Great strike, but good positioning by Everard. They've worked this well once again to Robinson, charging down the right-hand side. And here's Sarri, good first touch, just takes her away from goal wide. Robinson will take over. And Harris stuck with her all the way. And it's beneficial with the ricochet as well. Blues will have a goal kick, but as expected, Katie Robinson causing all sorts of problems down that right-hand side when she can get up to speed.
Yeah, like I said, she ain't slow. But Martha's not slow either, so.
No. Obviously Harris shifting to left centre-back now with the change in formation from Darren Carter. Fuso. Finn. Pennock on the charge down the right-hand side. Across comes Thorisdottir.
It's just that final ball, the build-up play is fine, but it's just the final ball in the final third is what we're lacking at the minute.
Haley hits Robinson on a afterburners again. This time, Mason matches her stride for stride, good anticipation. Fuso. Lovely turn of pace. Quinn. Fuso's continued to run down the left-hand side. Quinn seeking out the Brazilian. Good anticipation from Bergsvond. Equally from Harrison Murray to intercept. Quinn charging forward. She's got Pennock ahead of her. She's also got Finn steaming forward from right wing back. Short to Pennock. Just look to deliver into the penalty area, take a nick off Thorisdottir.
I think that's got to be a 1-2 there. If Jay plays it back to Jamie,
yeah,
Jamie's got a shot on goal.
Yeah, I did think that as Pennock turned out onto the right foot. Might have been a better option to just lay it off as Finn had continued her run, as you said, Shiv. But Blues have carved the corner. Lucy Quinn across to take, looking to turn scorer to provide us 6 goals last season. Second top scorer in the Blues squad. She did score in the 3-2 win in this fixture last season. Right hand side, right arm raised. Quinn's delivery into the penalty area is a good one. It's met by a Blues head and it's agonisingly wide. I think it was Ag rising in the middle.
One thing about Lily Ag, she's going to get her head on the ball. She ain't the tallest, but she's going to get her head on the ball.
And she certainly rose above the sea of green and black then, but just couldn't get the contact she desired on it. And has taken a chance here as Everard, Pennock charging her down. Escapes without punishment momentarily. Harris in physically on Halley. And Harris is awarded the free kick. It was a brave challenge. Certainly bounced off the American striker. But Blues just going through the gears. Following Brighton's second. And Blues looking to get themselves back in this contest and make it a 1-goal game again. Quinn and Harrison Murray. It's Quinn who's looking most likely to deliver this. It's right off the training ground, still into the path of Mason, who went in bravely with Everard. But it's the Belgian goalkeeper who claims inside our 18-yard box.
I just think when we're 2-0 down, we just got to get the ball in the box.
Is that something that's focused on a lot in training, set piece sort of specialties, set piece?
There is a
routines, I should say.
Yeah, we do go through them during the week, but yeah, I think regardless if we've worked them on or not, you have to look at where we're at in the game, and I think there, you know, when you're 2-0 down, just get the ball in the box. You've got a better chance of scoring than playing the ball down the line.
So 2 more changes incoming for Brighton. Turland for Haley, who's certainly been a handful up there for the visitors this evening.
Substitution for Brighton. 11, Elizabeth Turland, replacing 21, Alison Haley.
And Vicky Losoda, the Spaniard.
6,
coming on for Maisie Simmons, who's on a booking.
18, Maisie Simmons.
So 2 first-teamers, if you like. 2 more first-teamers on the field for Brighton Hove Albion as Melissa Phillips just looks to see out this first Conti Cup lead. But Blues will certainly have a thing or two to say about that before the 90 minutes is up. Helped in towards Fuso. Held up on the edge of the penalty area. Harrison Murray will hit it. Dipping. It was awkward for Everard, who watched it well and positioned herself well. It's a lovely strike by the Blues captain. Just too close to the Brighton goalkeeper, who's under pressure from Pennock. Sold a little short by Thoris Dossier. Here's Lasoda, immediately put under pressure by Fuso, taking one touch too many, the Spaniard. And her first act of the evening, Vicky Lasoda, is to receive a yellow card from the referee.
Well, hopefully we'll get the ball in the box on this one.
So Quinn standing over this, just right of centre. Blues preparing a change in response of their own. Jade Moore being ready to go. Looks like Christy Harrison-Murray's number is up on the board as well. But Carter just wants to wait until this free kick is taken before he makes that substitution. The referee not happy with some hustling that's going on in there. Walker and Losada are the 2 that's being targeted by the referee's complaints. So Quinn, right-footed, stands it up into the penalty area. And it was a Blues head that got there as Mason, steaming in, just got under it and sent it way over and wide.
I mean, it's not on target, but again, you got a better chance when you put the ball in the box.
Substitution for Birmingham. Coming on, 24, Jade Moore, replacing captain 10, Christy Harrison-Murray.
So Christy Harrison-Murray makes way. Jade Moore comes on and swiftly receives the captain's armband from Scottish International. A second spell with Blues, Jade Moore, after coming through the academy 2011 to 2017, her first spell with Blues. Commanding header by Liag in there. Everard will have a second stab at clearing and roll it. Bergsvond is Charlie Rule slotting it down the right-hand side for Robinson. Harris stuck with her stride for stride and made the intervention. Good anticipation as well to stop that ball finding the feet of the England international. Pennock heading into the path of Fuso, just overcooking the header though to the Brazilian. Lawley across. Quinn, firm challenge, but Rule emerges with possession. Robinson teasing Harris down the right-hand side. Moore arriving on the scene. Pinto, Rule's brought into the penalty area. Held up. Struck just wide of that far post. Tricky Sarri it was. Waltzing in the penalty area. Lovely twinkle toes to make space for the effort. Just whizzed wide of that far left-hand post. It remains 2-0 to the away side. Finn looking for Walker around the back. Storestottir. There's Moan. Intervention is by Fuso. Moore, Fuso, Walker. Moore arriving on the scene, but Brighton smuggle the ball away. Sarri just stopped in those tracks by Iliag. Illegally deems the referee, and that's a free kick for Brighton Hove Albion. It's just sort of a nightmare time to concede a second goal shift, because everything that Darren Carter would have said to the players at half-time sort of goes out the window.
Yeah, I mean, the second half obviously changed the formation. He's brought on subs to try and change the game, and then to concede so early on, it's always difficult because you're always going to be on the back foot. But even in that instance there, as we were attacking, as it goes into Claude's feet, like Claude's got to do everything that she can to hold onto that ball there, because we had like, I think 3 players around. So if she just holds it, sets it back, then we've got opportunity there.
It was something that Carts did say in his post-match against Sunderland, just wants his side to be a bit more clinical in the final third. Ron Wilson on commentary alongside me, echoing that. With Blues getting into promising positions, but that quality in the final ball, it's not there on occasion this evening, but Blues certainly carving out those opportunities and looking to get a foothold in the contest and make it a grandstand final 25 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that's been what we've struggled with so far this season in terms of creating chances.
Walker is onside, looking to carve another one here into the penalty area at pace. Fuso couldn't connect. It will fall for Lucy Quinn.
And just as I say that, we create a chance.
Quality ball in by Willie Walker. Fuso arriving at pace, just well marshalled by the Brighton back line. Fuso lays off to Moore, who pulls the trigger, blocked by a Brighton shirt. Nice play by Lasoda. And now Robinson can get up to speed down the right flank. Green and black shirts arriving in the middle. It's Robinson's ball into the centre. Eludes Sarri, and easy pickings in the end for Charlotte Clark. But certainly you can see Brighton are just looking to sit back and hit Blues on the counter-attack with that pace they have through Robinson and now the introduced Turland up top as well.
Yeah, I mean, now they can just sit back and chill, to be fair. I mean, we're the ones who've got to do the work. We need to score the goals.
Yeah.
So they'll be happy to sit in this block right now.
Mason fizz ball into Fuso, looking to release Ag. Charlie Rule turning on the pace. And Losada tidying up in midfield. Sarri being sought out down the left-hand side. The linesman in front of us has signalled for a throw that the referee didn't clock. Darren Carter making the referee aware in no uncertain terms that the linesman had flagged.
I was about to say, the ball might as well have been in my hand. It was that far off the pitch.
Now we have 2 balls on the pitch. So Blues will have the throw-in as the ball did escape the field of play down this near side, the Blues right. Fuso, Ag, Katie Robinson charging down Mason, who steps away from the England international well and then steams away from her upfield, charging Blues forward, single-handedly Mason. Robinson just a bit too overzealous in the retreating challenge, sends Mason flying in the back. And Blues have a free kick in a very, very dangerous position right on the periphery of the penalty area. Brilliant work by Mason. There's the scruff of the neck you were talking about, Shiv.
Yep, yep. And every time someone's done that, we've created something. It's got to be a shot here. We've got to shoot here.
Blues trailing by 2-0, 20 minutes to go. What could a goal do in the dynamic of the game now? You feel that Blues just need one to galvanise themselves into the final 20 minutes. Mason has come across to offer support on this free kick, but it's Quinn who's placed the ball down pretty purposefully. It will be Mason to hit it. Everard produced the save. Just stepped to her left-hand side and recovered well back to her right. Walker still putting in the hard yards as we tick over 70 minutes. Everard clears upfield, met by Harris. Brighton throw-in. Abby Jenner being summoned for Martha Harris. Karen Carter's 5th substitution of the game, just to put some fresh legs in that back line. So a Benny Hill moment there with the workman running after the ball that eventually escaped him. Of course, the tilt and lower and the cop lower still being built and constructed is a lovely improvised effort from Claudia Walker, all of her own making, juggled the ball in the penalty area from the throw-in. Lovely technique, just couldn't keep it down.
You might as well. Good effort, good effort.
Blues just need that inspiration from somewhere. Walker, the most recent, looking to provide it. And McCulberg being readied for Brighton Hove Albion as they look to bolster their reinforcements and see out their first Conti Cup victory. She'll be introduced for Guro Bergsvund. So Swede for Norwegian.
Number 5, Guro Bergsvund, captain going on. Number 16, Emma Colberg coming on.
So Brighton Hove Albion just bolstering their back line. Kulberg and Thoristottir, the centre-back partnership now. Fuso receives the throw-in, just dispossessed momentarily. Moore, Walker. Moore takes over but loses out. Lovely ball through, and Robinson's in here. Heavy touch from Katie Robinson allows Charlotte Clark to make the intervention and bravely dive on the ball. Again, we just see Brighton sitting back and hitting Blues in the counter-attack, but Blues looking to follow suit here. His Ag recover the situation well. Quinn on the left-hand side. 3 Blues bodies in the penalty area. Quinn, no way past rule. Jenner. Her first involvement since being introduced. Finn around the corner for Pennock. Pursued all the way by the debutante, Moen. Mason. Fuso loses out. Brighton Hove Albion turn the ball over. And Turland will get the decision from the referee under pressure from Jade Moore. Moore looking to latch onto the loose ball, beaten to it by Losada. Now Rule. Runs into Quinn. Ag. Finn just checks her run to receive possession. Charging forward, Jamie Finn. There's another one of those incisive runs forward. Blues win the free kick. Just over end of 15 minutes to go. Lucy Quinn will come across to deliver.
Please put it in the box.
Quinn complies into the danger area. It was Lawley who was rising, taken off her toe by a Brighton challenge. Jenner takes a chance and is dispossessed by Pinto momentarily. Salah runs in to trouble in the form of Mason. Much to the frustration of the Blues left back, it's the Brighton Hove Albion midfielder who gets the decision. It's 13 minutes to go, Shiv. What do Blues have to do to get themselves back in this contest to make a difference to the scoreline?
Well, I think with Brighton sitting a little bit deeper now, it gives us a bit more time in possession and on the ball. But it's just we need to make better decisions in the final third. Because obviously we are trying to get a goal right now, so we need to not rush it.
Fuso looking to get that goal in towards Pennock. Everard in the way to claim in her 6-yard box, with Pennock just lurking with the goal at her mercy.
Because you can see we are creating a lot more chances now. But again, it's about being patient when we do get in those more advanced areas.
Moore rolls back possession. Delivers into the penalty area. Away by Brighton, only as far as Quinn! Off the bar! Brilliant strike by Lucy Quinn. What an effort.
Wow. I was ready to take this headset off and throw it down there. Thought that was in.
Down the other end though, Brighton looking to pounce. Annie Mason, good shepherding back to Charlotte Clark. Brilliant technique. What venom as well from Lucy Quinn.
Yeah, it was a great, great effort. She's very unlucky there.
Really deserved the goal at the end of it, but the woodwork in the way. Blues rattling Nikki Everard's crossbar. Agonising for Blues, but they are getting closer. Certainly a goal here will make the final 10 minutes very interesting indeed. Yellow card shown. Charlie Rule. Lucy Quinn standing over this. Dead centre.
I wouldn't be surprised if she tries it for me, you know.
I mean, she's
I'll back her.
just clattered the crossbar.
Yeah.
And she set this down very purposefully.
Yeah, I reckon she's having a shot here.
The run-up is connoting some sort of strike. It is Lucy Quinn. Just couldn't get it up, over and down in time to trouble Nikki Everard. Fuso is complaining that she was bundled over in the build-up to that free kick, but the referee not interested. So Blues 0, Brighton Hove Albion 2. Katie Robinson doubling Brighton's advantage at the start of this second half, following a Charlie Rule header, which got the Seagulls lift off in the first. Blues certainly, though, knocking on the door as we enter the final 10 minutes. It's a competitive header forward. Lovely skill from Vicky Losada to escape the clutches of Quinn. And now Rule rise to challenge of the Blues winger. Intervention is by Lily Agg.
I mean, I think this second half has been a lot more positive, which is good. But again, it's just, like I said, that final ball and the decision making in the final third is what has probably let us down so far. But I mean, we've still got 10 minutes to go, and with football, anything can happen. So.
Yep, certainly still time for a sting in the tail of this one. More competing and winning the ball. Finn fires one in towards Walker, who's had to do a lot of dirty work this evening. Fuso slightly isolated. Finds an option in Jenna. Lawley, first touch, just put herself under a bit of pressure with Turlan breathing down her neck, but tied it up with Clark. Clark sorted out Quinn, who's just straight offside. Nice play. Poor final execution, though. Good anticipation from Finn to get there ahead of Moan. Now Pinnock seeking out Finn, who made the burst forward. Not enough pace on the ball to beat Moan, but Fuso has turned possession over in the middle. Walker, blue shirts flooding forward. Walker helps it on to Pinnock. Pinnock runs into traffic in the form of Hawksby. Finn. Walker. Dealt with by Brighton. Brighton just seems to be weathering everything Blues can throw at them at the moment. Finn just eases Pinto off the ball. Quinn, left-footed delivery, block, goes behind, Blues corner.
Great recovery run by Quinny there.
No such thing as a lost cause to Lucy Quinn, of course. So Blues trailing by 2-0. First game in the group in the Conti Cup. 6 minutes of normal time to go before we see what the referee wants to add on for stoppages. But boy, what a goal would do to the dynamic of proceedings now. Quinn, right-footed delivery. Lawley lurking, taken off her head by Thorlis Dottir. Moore. She's got Finn for support, who's made the dart in field. Moore finds Jenna, who reloads into the periphery of the penalty area. Flicked on. Quinn will hit it first time. Audacious. Good power in the effort, just slightly off the mark.
I think, I don't think she realised how much time she had there. She could have brought it down, took her player on, found a pass inside. But yeah, again, it goes back to what I was saying. When we do get the ball in these areas, we need to, our decision making needs to be better.
Everard. Aggies up, as is Losada. Walker putting her head in where it hurts, but Losada won the ball cleanly, according to the referee. Finn. Great anticipation, just lost flight of the ball. Everard has to travel a long way to make up ground to meet the back pass from Moan. Chipped forward by Pinto. Jenna turning on the pace to get there ahead of Sarri. Rule a bit of time on the right-hand side. Throstir. Sarri. Sarri into the middle and tapped home. Elizabeth Turland surely puts the nail in the Blues' coffin. 4 minutes from time. 3-0 Brighton. I think the points in the first group game of the Conti Cup are going their way.
No comment.
Well, this is what Brighton have been doing the entirety of the second half, though, Shiv. We called their game plan just to sit back, hit Blues in the counter-attack. Sarri bursting down the left-hand side, fizzes across the penalty area and on a plate for Turland.
But this is what WSL teams do to you. When they're in these positions, they make the right decisions and you get punished for it.
Just when Blues were threatening down one end, Elizabeth Turland surely takes the game for Brighton Hove Albion down the other. Picked up by Mason. Here's Moore. Turns to face Everard's goal. Walker steers it to the edge of the penalty area. Nice hold-up play by Fuso. Quinn just ran into traffic, but smuggles it into Walker. Blues still in the hunt, and they've won a throw in an offensive position.
I just think we need to switch the ball there. Look at where Jamie is. Jamie is in acres of space.
Mason battling hard. Blues still looking to operate down this left-hand side. Mason, lovely play from Blues, and she smuggled it into Finn. Looks to set up Ag, taken off her toe by Moan. And now Brighton again will look to spring into a counter-attack. Moan driving forward, seeking out Turland. Easy pickings for Clark in her penalty area. Pinnock. Walker steps away from one. Looking to do it all herself. Walker offloads to Finn. Finn delivers into the penalty area. Ricochet. And there's more. And Brighton just seem to be in the right place at the right time.
I was
at the
literally
back.
just about to say that.
Quinn carrying out defensive duties back there in front of Turland. Just won't happen for Blues tonight. They've knocked and knocked and knocked, and the Brighton door has just refused to be buckled. Moore seeking out Mason, who just lost flight of the ball. And there'll be 4 minutes of additional time at the end of this first group game of the Conti Cup. As Darren Carter strides back to his chair and takes a seat and has more food for thought for the Blues gaffer. He's still waiting for their season to get up and running. Blues women. Robinson. Great challenge. Abby Jenner had to get that right, otherwise Robinson would have had half of St Andrews to herself and
Great
timed
tackle.
it perfectly.
Great tackle.
Pinnock peeling away down the right-hand side. She's got Ag in field. Here is Lily Ag. Showed too much of that to Hawksby. Mohan's lost fight at the ball. Finn looking to capitalise and take advantage. Just a heavy touch from Emmy Finn. Sees the ball behind. Just compounding Blues' frustrations this evening. Blues still chasing down every ball. It's in their blood to fight till the end.
I mean, I'd be on that keeper because she looks a bit, every time she takes touch, she looks like she doesn't know what she's going to do with it. I mean, a bit too late now, there's 2 minutes left, but.
Turlen caught on it by Pinnock. Fuso barged to the ground, nothing doing by the referee, and Brighton will play on out of a tight spot. Hoisted forward. Easy for Lawley to tidy up with her goalkeeper Clark. Trades passes with her centre back. Under pressure from Sally. Ag. Here's Finn. Blues in the hunt for what would be at this stage a consolation goal, but looking to give the fans something to cheer about in the final 4 minutes. Quinn has clattered the crossbar for Blues at 2-0. Surely that would have done wonders for the dynamic of proceedings.
Keep going.
Mason looking to do it all herself. Misplaces her ball into the penalty area. And as you say, Shiv, just that final ball, letting Blues down. They do all the hard work. Then Ellie Mason just taking it on herself, running the length of St Andrews, just unable to find a blue shirt at the end of it.
That's been the story of the game. The decision making in the final third hasn't been good enough. Hence why we haven't scored any goals, because it's not like we haven't created chances.
Phoebe Cross puts the whistle to her mouth. And there we are. Well, Blues knocked and created a flurry of opportunities throughout the 90 minutes, but the Brighton barricade just would not budge. Goals from Rule, Robinson and Turland inflict Blues with their first defeats of the Conti Cup competition as the Seagulls take flight in the group and show their quality ultimately on this Wednesday night, Shiv.
Yeah, I mean, I think what separated the two teams tonight were Brighton made better decisions, when they got into the final third. In terms of work rate and desire, I wouldn't say that we didn't work hard enough. I just think it was down to not being patient enough, not making the right decisions when we are creating chances in the final third. And Brighton done that, and they punished us for it. And like I said, that's what happens when you play against WSL teams.
So Blues will look to complete their trilogy of games in the space of 7 days, beg your pardon, at Bramall Lane on Sunday. But here in the first group game of the Conti Cup, they've been afflicted with defeats. It's finished Blues 0, Super League Brighton Hove Albion 3.